what caught my eye as one of the most bizarre influencer products I've probably ever seen. And I will do my very best to read this for you without laughing too much. Whatever happened to just making a good product? Then the next question is, when is it ever enough? Like, when are you ever making enough money from this influencer gig? Good morning and welcome back to my channel. This morning I was just drinking my tea and checking my email as one does, and I saw a email that I want to share with you. And then I want to share what I found on their website amongst YouTubers. So if you don't know, in case you are very clueless about all of this, I've been a YouTuber since 2019. And yeah, so I started posting after we bought our land and we moved on here. So I just started sharing all the different projects that we were doing. So I've been vlogging for a long time. And this is a new channel, a new endeavor of things that I have learned and want to share. But I've been in the space for long enough and I've interacted with YouTubers on different levels for quite some time as well. I've been in different WhatsApp groups. I've in a few different Discord groups, all the different groups where you're like interacting with each other to try to become friends and try to collaborate and that kind of stuff. That's never been my thing. I'm not that type of person. It always is very disingenuous to me. So that's where this email also comes in. So I live in Portugal. I know plenty of other people here in Portugal who also do vlogging content and who a lot of them live actually very close to us. And they're a whole group. And all this doesn't matter, but that is to say, especially after the pandemic, a lot of people started moving here, started making video content about that. And that's all fine and good. People enjoy watching that stuff. And I kind of stopped interacting with all that content because, well, most of all because it doesn't really interest me. This is already my life, so I'm not interested in seeing what other people are doing. I already have real life friends, so yeah, it's not my thing and it's fine if that's your thing. So I kind of stopped paying attention to who is making content and who moved in. So I got this email. I will read it for you and maybe put some parts of it on the screen. Hello, friend. Remember, I've never interacted with these people ever before. We hope you are well. You are receiving this email because you are our friend and live in Portugal. Unless something has changed. LOL. And then it's basically next weekend we are hosting our first meetup locally in Portugal and we'd love for you to join if you're available. And then with all the deeds and Facebook event even. Who's still on Facebook is my question. Yeah, I've never interacted with these people, and Mr. and Mrs. Adventure is the name of their channel. Probably a video has popped up on my recommendation list. I've never watched them. I've never commented on their videos. I don't follow them on Instagram. And they have never done the same to me either. So they have never interacted with me. They've never commented on my video. We don't even live in the same district. So the Algarve is like 5 hours drive for us. So we will definitely not be going. So I only replied with, "Hi, nothing has changed because we have never met and have never even watched or interacted with your content. Safe to say, I won't be coming to your meetup." So I just found that email very interesting and just wanted to talk a little bit about YouTuber culture, kind of from the back end of things, because I truly don't care. If you need to know one thing about me is that I do not care. So there is very much this thing where if you are in a group of YouTubers, trying to become friends, trying to set up collaborations, maybe even. There's very much this numbers game thing where people who just started, who have a low subscriber count, will look up to the people who have a high subscriber count. I'm kind of in the middle of all those things. I have like 60,000 subscribers. My videos did well at one point, not so well on other points. It is an income for us, so I do take it seriously, but I don't get stuck on, oh, but they're doing more than us, and more importantly, what these people are probably trying to do. Oh, this big channel with lots of subscribers and better views than me wants to interact with me. Wow, I'm so special. So I've never tried to set up a collaboration to be on each other's channel to help them grow or something like that. Or me going onto someone's bigger channel and trying to up my, do it for the exposure, that kind of thing. I've never done that. That's not for me. I just very much get the feeling that they just looked up all the channels in Portugal, and they're trying to set up this thing where all these famous YouTubers in Portugal are meeting up, and that must mean the public will think, in this case, that must mean they're all friends. I've never interacted with these people. So let me see. I don't even know how many subscribers they have. 169. Nice. 169 subscribers. Okay. So that's 100k more than I have. Their views are decent. 80,000, 83,000, 100,000. So they're doing all right for themselves. I'm sure they also have sponsors on that. But they do very much do clickbait too. The title is, "He's going back to America and I'm left to face this alone." I'm surprised that alone is not even in all caps. But then, so they're doing fine. So it's extra strange to me that they're trying to invite me, a person who does not matter in this space, to invite me, even though we've never interacted. Let me see if they follow me on Instagram. No. So, because I didn't know them, or I'd never really looked at their stuff, I decided to look at their website, just because I'm nosy like that. And obviously they sell lots of different things, but what caught my eye as one of the most bizarre influencer products I've probably ever seen is Wishkeeper's Vessel Magical Mill Dust. And I will do my very best to read this for you without laughing too much. Okay, get it out of the system. Okay. They're very good with words, let's say it like that. Sprinkled with the whispers of ancient stones and the echoes of dreams once dreamt, this magical dust is gathered from the heart of our centuries-old watermills in the hills of Monique, Portugal. Every speck carries the spirit of the mill's storied past, infused with the energy of hopes and wishes etched into its weathered walls. Babe, this is a tiny little bottle with dust from their building. They really thought that selling little bottles with dust I'm just thinking this now. It could also, because they're cleaning up this mill. It could be cement as well, because that's especially in the last century, if people like try to do up the walls, they will just put cement all between the stones. So if they're cleaning it and putting that dust in these bottles, it could just be cement dust. And then the wildest thing is this tiny little bottle of dust, whatever dust it could be, 43 euros and 86 cents. Yes, you heard that right. Over 40 euros for a tiny bottle with dust from their magical mill. Let it stand as a beacon of inspiration, grounding you to the magic of the earth and the power of transformation. This dust is more than just a keepsake. It's a symbol of connection, linking you to our journey of renewal and restoration, and inviting you to weave your own dream into reality. Whether gifted to a loved one. I would be so mad if someone gifted me this thing. Kept for yourself, this magical mill dust is a whisper from our home to yours. Believe in magic, trust in dreams, and let this dust remind you that anything is possible. Bring a piece of our enchanted watermill into your world and let the magic inspire you to your next adventure. So, in case you also wanted to have this as a necklace, they also have the Dreamer's Charm Magical Mill Dust. It basically has the same, a delicate vial with a miniature cork top strung on a hemp cord. So just a cheap cord. Carry it close to your heart as a talisman of possibility, a reminder that magic lives in every step towards your dream. You can buy this for $38.99, so that's almost 40 euros again, for a tiny 2 milliliter bottle on a flax string. I really thought I had seen it all when it came to influencer products, but this is, and you must know, Mr. and Mrs. Adventure. I don't even know their name. That's how little I know about them. You must know that this is this is a bizarre product. You know that as an influencer, you know that people want to support you. They want to help make it possible to keep making this content and to like provide people with inspiration. That's all good. That's all fine. But a lot of people want something in return for that, whether that is extra content on Patreon or like a physical product. They want to support you. How in the world did you think that it was an ethical thing to do to sell people tiny bottles of dust? You can write a really nice paragraph about how it is all magical, but when it comes down to it, it's still a tiny bottle of dust. How is that a thing? And they obviously also sell merch, so caps and t-shirts and hoodies. It looks like they're just using an external shipping company because they don't even have pictures of themselves in this merch on their website. So after seeing all that, I'm just thinking, whatever happened to just making a good product? I understand that you want to monetize your audience. I totally do. Because, well, it is... Well, I do and I don't. Because you're already making money off the content. You're already making through YouTube AdSense. You're already making money through sponsors that they probably have on their video. Let me be clear. I've not watched... I think I have been clear when I said I have never watched their videos, but I'm assuming they have sponsors on that, and with the kind of view count they have, they're making decent money off that. And then although I don't agree with the merch, like what kind of good does that bring to the world if you have merch and people wear that? I just don't understand. It's just generically made, adventure, let's be adventurous, the watermill. It's not personal enough for me to think, wow, this is a great product. And then you're just adding to an already enormous pile of useless clothing that we have in the world. So I already very much do not like the merch type thing. But sure, if people want to spend their money on that, at least they're getting something for it. And a personal book, like I've seen plenty of people do a cookbook. I might do a cookbook in the future. I'm certainly getting asked quite a lot if I can do a cookbook, so I might do that in the future, but do it as an ebook. So I totally get that. But then why in the world they really thought, you know what's a good idea? Charging 40 euros for a tiny bottle with dust. They really thought that. Then they ordered the bottles. Then they filled the bottles with dust. They put a cork in the top. They made pictures with the thing. They wrote 2 paragraphs on their website. They did all the back end stuff to get that going. They really, after doing all those steps, they still thought it was a good idea to post this. And that it's cute. I don't understand. Whatever happened to just making a good product? The only product that we have ever directly sold is olive oil from our farm, where you get an actual physical product that people want. And I know that there are people who think it's too expensive, but I don't think it is. It's a quality product and people love it, and you actually get a thing that you can use. So why in the world? And I know we have higher standard than most influencers when it comes to selling products. So yeah, I know a lot of people say this, but you do actually get offered so much free stuff, just random crap. You get offered so much. You can do it all. I've even been contacted by Temu of all places, to do a sponsorship. And I have seen other homesteaders who did work with Temu, and just me, I'm thinking, but for me and for my family, going off grid and living this type of life is trying to get on a lower consumption level to be a little bit better for the environment, all that stuff. And then for other people it apparently isn't, because then they're working with one of the biggest data stealers, but also just terrible products. Anyway, that is to say, you could take on all sorts of crap. Whatever just happened to just making a good product and selling that, I don't understand. And then the next question is, when is it ever enough? Like, when are you ever making enough money from this influencer gig? I know it's a great gig. I love it. Also, just because I love making videos, it's not so much... if I wanted to do the big bucks, I would do it differently, but I like making content. So, sure, being a content creator is you can make really decent money from it. I've never made I've made enough money from it, but I never made big bucks. So, I understand, but when is it ever enough? When is it ever enough? You have enough money to fund your, or maybe you don't, but then you shouldn't have started that project. Like, I don't get it. It just feels so entitled almost. So many questions. So, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you have seen an even worse influencer product. I'll be happy to check that out. Maybe I'll make an even longer video about this. Be sure to subscribe. Give this video a like. I'm trying to grow this channel. I know the slight hypocrisy in those words. Trust me. And yeah, I won't be going to their meetup, and I'll see you in the next video.